Hi, brothers and sisters. I know some of you wonder, how did I awaken? So, today I would like to share with you how did I awaken. I would like to start that I was a member of two. I was a Catholic girl, and I was a member of two churches and a member of two choirs in those two churches. So I attended Mass more than twice a week, sometimes 6 times a week, depending on holidays. If there are holidays like um, Christmas, Easter, I serve back to back for church activities. So I didn't mind serving the Lord. So since I serve back to back and sing back to back with the two churches, this is the reason that I attended many masses in 1 week. That I didn't mind because I I like to serve my God. I also volunteer to feed the people every third Sunday of the month. I use my own money to feed our parishioners and the homeless people. And we also practice during the night, like every Thursday nights. So one night when I was driving home from choir practice, I tuned into family radio, and in it I heard that um, the brother camping mentioned about the end of the world was May 21, 27, something like that. And I was so shocked. And I said, oh my goodness, it's the end of the world next year. 2 years, something like that. And somehow, a few minutes later, I feel privileged that I get to be the participant of this end of the world, even though I know it's the end of my life too. But I felt privileged that I I am in it. So one night while I was reading emails on my computer, I just remembered that there was a hotel that has a bunker that was made long time ago, and nobody knew it until the hotel's bills of electricity were so expensive, and it was not used anymore. And I start searching for that hotel to find out where is this bunker located at, just for curiosity. I guess I was being led to my spirits or my guides to start awakening me. So I saw this hotel. It was in Virginia. And then later on, I was being guided to click on Phil Snyder video. And there I was introduced that we are not alone in this world, that there are other entities living here, that the bad aliens. So Phil Snyder was talking about his encounter with the Grace, and that's the very first time that I was so uh, shocked that these beings are here. They work with the government and they made underground bases. And after that, I was led to click on Alex Collier's 1994 interview. And there I was introduced to some more entities and what are they doing here. The very first time my dictionary were added to new words like the Greys, the Alpha Draconians, the Orions, and all that stuff. Somehow after that, I started to ask questions. So many questions I asked, like, so does God exist? You know, because it's very important to me. This is what I believe in my heart. So that's the very first questions that I asked. Does God exist? Does Jesus Christ exist? And it is amazing that I get the answers. Like you sleep and then one day you have these answers. However, they wanted you to do research to compare your notes. And every time I ask questions, I get the answers, and I do research. And before that happened, my last name is not Saint John at that time. Oh, okay, my last name was Saint John, but before I changed my name to Saint John. I was here in the USA for a very long time, and I never had a chance to change my last name to become a US citizen. And a few years ago, 3 years ago, more than 3 years, I decided to apply for my citizenship. Somehow I was being pushed to do it now from so many years. And I had a last name that I like to change my name to Saint John. I don't know why, but that was the feeling that I would like to replace my old last name. So after that, let me go back in a little bit to the future. One day while I was going to work, this picture that my sister gave me a long time ago that I had forgotten, and I put it on top of my dresser, and I forgot all about it. It's a small picture. I scanned it now to make it bigger. And this picture one day flew out of when I was leaving for work, and it just flew like it was blown by the wind, and it landed on my feet. And I looked at it, and it was a picture of me when I was very young. Here it is. This is me when I was six years old. I was an angel back in my hometown. I served like we had a Flores de Mayo festival to give flowers to the Queen Mary during Mass, and I offered flowers. So this is my picture. I'm wearing my angel outfit, and I was so surprised that I got it. So I said, "Oh my God, I forgot about this picture." So I showed it to my coworkers and showed them like, "Look, I was a little angel when I was young." And they asked me what I did. I said I bring flowers to Virgin Mary. And after that, when I was guided by this information that I asked, like if God exists and Jesus Christ exists, Mary and Adam and Eve and the world, I get answers, and I have to do research to compare what I have, so this way I don't feel like I was getting crazy. I have this invisible guidance that are giving me the answers, so I thought I was going crazy. And one day, in my dream, this woman, she's red, she showed herself that I was not getting crazy. She showed up in my dreams twice, and she was talking to me to trust myself. That all the information that the humankind are questioning, the answers are available to everybody already. They said that we have in us the answers because our DNA is asleep. And if we ask the questions, we will find the questions. Either we'll wake up one day, we get these answers that we thought was created by our creative mind. So you have to do research too. And then I asked, why was I awakened? And the answer that I have is a long time ago when they started to manipulate our DNA, I guess after Atlantis, the Syrian geneticists that started to create humans again, in us they put a cell, a time release, like a time release capsule, like when we take vitamin C, it has a time release. And they inserted a cell there that when you find, when you started to find yourself towards the light, to find the love and compassion in your heart and become happy and satisfied with yourself and not needy, this cell will started to awaken. It started to spark and awaken yourself. So I asked, is this the reason that I changed my name to Saint John? And I get the feeling that it tells me, yes, that's the reason that you changed your name, your last name to Saint John. And while I was leaving for work, it just dawned on me. I said, who is the Saint John? There's a, I believe there are two Saint John, like Saint John the Baptist or Saint John the Beloved. Who is the Saint John that I am occupying? And somehow I get this guidance that tell me to just drive, and I show you where. So while driving, I take this road all the time going to work, and I never pay attention of my surroundings. On my left side there was a little park, and I always pass that, and I just like, I just take notice it, and I didn't know what's going on in that little park. So then when I passed there, it tells me to take a left turn and go to that park. So I went there and went to the park. Then I parked. I look around and I see the river and I see the trees, and I said, oh, I didn't realize there is a river here. I rolled down my window and just sit there and look up in the skies, look up the trees, look up the river. I said, now what? What is the answer or the signs that you will tell me who am I in my past life? So I keep looking, and a few minutes later, somehow I can feel like someone was holding my chin and pointed me to my left and said, hey, look. And I look on my left and I see the river, and then I stare at the river, and then suddenly, like an information, a download of information tells me Saint John the Baptist baptized Christ. And my eyes was like, what? What? Oh no, it cannot be. And I get this warm feeling, like a very hot feeling that I felt. I said, oh no. I was just speechless. I said, oh my goodness. You mean to tell me that a spirit of John the Baptist is within me? After that, every time I ask questions, I get these answers. And so many, sometimes it's hard for me to digest, and I don't know what to do with it. So I never thought I would start speaking on this YouTube. But it took 1 year. I was awakened 1 week after Easter last year. And I started to make videos because I don't want Mother Earth's message to go to waste. So after that, it seems like I was given the green signal, like it's a start for you to spread the knowledge that I have and share it, whether someone listens, understand, agree with me, but just share it because people has the right to know. And this is the reason that I started sharing. I would like to tell the story of the earth, a very confusing story of the earth, and I'm still trying to put it together because it is so confusing that I sometimes it's so much information that I I just got lost in the limbo. But I have so many information that so much and too much for me to digest. So I'll do it one step at a time. I love you all, brothers and sisters. And I just want to share and let you know how did I awaken.